Hello there, Earthlings. So, this is my first long-form commentary, and also this is my voice, which, at the time this is being posted, most of you probably know, but, yeah. So, this video is semi-scripted, so, let's get into it. Okay, so in today's Yap session, we will be talking about my OC, Iris. I love Iris. She's one of my favorite OCs because she's so silly. She's one of my OCs that are my Pookies. Basically, she is a nymph, specifically a dryad, which is a tree nymph from Greek mythology. I think a lot of nymphs are from Greek mythology, I guess, but basically my headcanon of dryads are basically, well, first of all, they're born from trees, so they're they're born from trees. They're mostly female. Almost all of them are female. I actually think all of them are female. And depending on when you were born will determine your colors. For example, nymphs who were born in the summer months will be really vibrant. Spring months will be a little more pastel. And the winter and fall months will be muted colors and stuff. So, yeah, that's basically how it goes. Iris was born in May, so she has a little bit of a mix of spring colors and summer colors. But she's still really young, so she's still growing. So she'll grow into those colors more later. Now on to my favorite part about her, which is her personality. I love her. She acts young because she's always been the youngest in her group, in her friend group, in her traveling group. She's always been the youngest. So she's always been allowed to be young, if that makes sense. She's always optimistic and hopeful because she really, despite everything, she still really does believe that there's a lot of good in the world, despite the bad. And she's always good for good morale because of her hopefulness and optimisticness. Is that a word? However, on the other side, she can be a bit dumb. And I don't mean intelligence-wise because, well, she has abilities, she has a little trouble learning stuff, but she doesn't always think things through before doing them. And she's really short-tempered. So whenever someone says something that gets her mad, she gets really mad and will fight them, or at least attempt to. And she's very opinionated. She acts like she knows the difference between good and bad. She tries. The thing is that she likes to draw a specific line between good and bad, and she puts a lot of people on the good side. Don't get me wrong, that's not a bad thing, but she has she's very opinionated too. If you disagree with her about something that's important to her, she will get mad. And that's why I love her. Here are just some other miscellaneous facts that I like to throw in because world building. So the forest she grew up in, was called the Forest Fairy. And it was the safest place for young nymphs because, again, it was a big community. One of the things about her age is that nymphs age differently. For example, they don't age like normal humans would. So, as I always say to my friends when I introduce her, she's sort of 11, sort of 14, because in human years, she has been alive for 14 years. However, biologically, she would be equivalent to 11 years as a human. So, she really doesn't care which one she's addressed at. Another thing is, she is a vegan. Now, don't get mad, but it's justified. She quite literally cannot eat meat because she was not built to eat meat. Being a dryad, she mostly gets her nutrients from the sun, but she can eat sometimes plant sometimes, and she also eats rocks because she gets minerals from them, and dirt because, again, she's a tree. Another thing is that she's terrible at cooking, kind of on the same wavelength as the last one, but she just never needed to learn how, and so now she can't learn how because she's not really good at learning anything. So yeah, she's really bad at cooking. Another thing, and this is backstory related, is that she has really long hair and is usually advised against cutting it. She, like, remember the meme, or not the meme, but the trend about the hair holds memories? That's kind of like her, cause she was advised against cutting it because, you know, she didn't really have any scissors to cut it because this is in a fantasy setting. It was generally advised against cutting it. So one time she did cut it, however, was when she was 6 and her parents got lost. She cut it very short, like ear length short, and she never cut it again. Another thing about hair is that she did not take care of her hair because she, again, was never taught to. They were never, like, into that. But when her group found her right after they left, they decided to take a brush to her hair, and they washed her hair, and they, like, took care of her. Yet somehow she still manages to get leaves and twigs in her hair. Another thing is that about her voice, she has a bubbly, light voice because of how young she is. So that's just a quick intro to my OC, Iris. She's one of my favorite OCs, and who knows, maybe I'll make a video about the other ones, about my other 2 favorite OCs, if I ever get around to it. But yeah, I hope you like this new type of a long form video, and thanks for watching. See you later, Earthlings.